Hello dear students, so today we will be discussing about development of chick embryo. We know that birds are oviparous. Oviparous means that they lay eggs, right? So what kind of eggs are there in birds? In birds, the eggs are polylecithal, or they are also called macrolecithal and telolecithal, right? So polylecithal eggs means lecithal means yolk, right? Poly means large amount of yolk is present. So in polylecithal, large amount of yolk is present in the egg, right? And what is telolecithal means? Telolecithal means yolk is concentrated majorly in the vegetal hemisphere, right? So yolk is present in the vegetal hemisphere, and cytoplasm, it is present in a very small amount in the animal hemisphere, right? So cytoplasm is in very small amount and present in the animal hemisphere. So we will start with the structure of the gametes first in case of fowl, that is sperms and ova. So let's discuss the structure of the egg first. So egg in case of fowl, it consists of an ovum and egg consists of an ovum and the tertiary membranes around it, right? So tertiary membranes are actually laid down around the ovum as it passes down the oviduct. So ovum, it is released from the ovaries, and from the ovaries the ovum enters into the oviduct, and there in the oviduct the tertiary membranes, they are laid down around the ovum. So ovum, as I told you, that in case of fowl it is polylecithal, that is large amount of yolk is present, and cytoplasm is present in a very small amount in the form of a disc at the animal pole, right? Here you can see this blastodisc that I have labeled. So this disc like area, very small area, right, at the animal pole. This is the this is called the blastodisc, and it has at its center a prominent nucleus which is called the germinal vesicle. यहाँ पर एक nucleus है, that is called the germinal vesicle, and this germinal vesicle, it will give rise to the embryo. Now the rest of the egg, it is filled with the yolk. This green dots that I have drawn, these are all the, this is all the yolk. Now yolk is not uniform in color and texture, right? So it is present, the yolk is it is present in two forms. One is white yolk and the other is yellow yolk, right? White yolk, so white yolk and येलो योक. सो हाउ डू दे डिफर इन ग्रेन्यूल्स एंड ग्लोब्यूल्स. इनकी जो कॉम्पोजिशन है, सो दीज ग्रेन्यूल्स एंड ग्लोब्यूल्स, दे आर मच स्मॉलर एंड दे आर लेस यूनिफॉर्म इन वाइट योक. तो ये डिफरेंस है. दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द येलो योक एंड द वाइट. नाउ लेट्स डिस्कस अबाउट द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ योक इन द एग. Now the white yolk जो है, most of the white yolk, it is present in this central flask like area called the latebra. So here you can see this flask shaped area, this is called the latebra बोलते हैं इसको. It is not labeled here, then I will label. So this is, must be labeled here. So this is latebra, right? This flask shaped area, it contains the white yolk and it is called the latebra. Then from this latebra, white yolk जो है, it extends in the form of a stalk. In the form of a stalk, it extends further. Now it is called the pillar of the white yolk, right? This is central white yolk which is called the latebra. Now it is called the part of the white yolk which extends from the latebra or the central mass of the white yolk towards the animal pole, that is called the pillar of the white yolk. This is the pillar of the white yolk. Now this pillar of white yolk, as it comes just below the blastodisc, then it expands, you know, in this shape. ये shape में ऐसे expand करता है. Now it is called the isthmus of Pander, right? ये जो expansion है, that is called isthmus of Pander, or it is also called the nucleus of Pander, right? So what is isthmus of Pander? white yolk, it expands just below the blastodisc, that is called the nucleus of Pandur or isthmus of Pandur. So now around this latebra, the white and yellow yolk, ये जो green color में जो dots है green colors, so this represents the yolk. So there are the, I have drawn in layers, है ना. So these are the concentric layers of yellow and white yolk alternatively. So white and yellow yolk layers, they are present alternatively. So here you can see the layers of the yellow yolk, right, and the next layer will be the layer of the white yolk. So they are present alternatively, right. And the yellow layer, it is much thicker than the white yolk layer, right. So now the yolk, it has more fats than the protein, so it is called the fatty yolk, because we are discussing about the yolk. So let's finish the yolk first. So now you know that the yolk, it is present in the form of concentric layers around the latebra, right. तो yolk की composition अगर हम देखें तो it is more fatty than the more fat, it has more fat, so it is also called fatty yolk. And proteins, they are present in a very small amount, and the proteins that are present, they are the phosphatidyl and lipovitellin. So lipovitellin and phosphatidyl are the proteins present in the yolk, right. So apart from proteins and fats, yolk also contains, there is 49% water, 1% carbohydrates, 1% other chemicals, like there are vitamin A, B, B6, D and E, right. So this is about the yolk. Now this ovum, so this is the ovum that we are discussing, right. Now this ovum, it is surrounded by a thin membrane which is called the plasma membrane, right. So this ovum, it is surrounded by a thin membrane called plasma membrane, which is surrounded by a vitelline membrane. So first there is a plasma membrane surrounded by the vitelline membrane. Now this vitelline membrane, it is considered to be a secondary membrane, right. Why it is called a secondary membrane? Because it is secreted by the follicular cells of the ovary. And this membrane, ये जो vitelline membrane है, it separates the yolk from the albumin. Albumin lies outside. So within the vitelline membrane, there is present only the yolk. As I told you, white and yellow yolk alternative layers are present. So the vitelline membrane, it separates the yolk from the surrounding albumin. Now this ovum, it is released from the ovary. So it is very important to know that at which stage the ovum is released from the ovary. It is released at the primary oocyte stage. So the ovum is released from the ovary at the primary oocyte stage, right. So now we will discuss about the tertiary membranes. So tertiary membranes क्या होती हैं? These are the non-cellular layers which are secreted by the cells of the oviduct around the ovum. As I told you earlier, the tertiary membranes, they are laid down around the egg as the egg passes through the oviduct. So now there are three types of tertiary membranes, that is albumin, shell membranes and shell, right. So first we are going to discuss about the albumin. So albumin, it consists of three layers as labeled in the diagram. First is the calciferous albumin, second layer is of the dense albumin, and then the third layer is the thin albumin. So let's start with the calciferous albumin. It is secreted, it is a very dense albumin which is secreted around the ovum as it passes through the upper part of the oviduct, which is called the magnum. So magnum जो है, it secretes a very dense layer of the albumin around the ovum. Now the inner part of this upper part of the oviduct, it has numerous spiral convulsions, right. So अंदर से जो upper part of the oviduct है, उसके ऊपर बहुत सारे spiral convulsions है. So as the ovum, it passes down the oviduct, now this layer of the very dense albumin, it gets spirally twisted into a spiral cord. As you can see here, this spiral cord, and it is known as chalaza, or it is also called the calciferous layer of the albumin, right. Now the second layer of the albumin, that is dense albumin, which is less dense than the first layer. It is secreted around the ovum as it passes through the next part of the oviduct, right. Then as the ovum it passes further into the oviduct, the next part called isthmus. Now here first the shell membranes are laid down, and then the outer thin layer, जो third layer of albumin है, it is later on added after the shell membranes are laid down. Then this albumin it passes through the shell membranes to surround the dense albumin, right? So first the shell membranes are laid down and then the thin albumin. What are shell membranes? So these are thin membranes which are made up of keratin, right? Keratin fibers, they are matted together, and these membranes, as you can see in this diagram, they are in close contact with each other except at the blunt end. At this blunt end there is a space between these two membranes which is called the air space, right? Then the third membrane is the shell which is secreted around the egg as it passes through the hind region of the oviduct, which is called the uterus. So shell is laid down as it passes through the uterus, right? So there are nidamental glands present in the wall of the oviduct which secrete a porous calcareous shell, right? तो in the freshly laid जो eggs होते हैं, in them the shell is very soft and flexible, but as it comes in contact with the air, it becomes hard and brittle, right? So the pores present in the shell, or we can say यहाँ पे जैसे there is an air space. So what is the function? That it helps in exchange of gases with the outside air, right? So this egg, it takes around 21 to 23 hours to pass down the oviduct, right? So this is all about the structure of the egg. So now we will discuss the spermatozoon of a fowl, right? So the spermatozoon of fowl, it is long filamentous structure which is about 50 micrometers in length, right? And it consists of three parts, that is head, middle piece and tail. Head consists of pointed acrosome and a cylindrical nucleus, while the middle piece, it is long, thick and cylindrical, which is followed by the long cylinder tapering tail, and there is no end piece in the spermatozoon of the sperm, right? Now the fusion of the egg and sperm takes place, which is known as, that process is known as fertilization. So fertilization, it is internal in fowl, right? And it occurs in the upper region of the oviduct before the secretion of the albumin around the ovum, right? So we have discussed many layers of the albumin. So they are secreted around the ovum only after the fusion of the egg and the sperm, right? So we know, and in fowl, that there is a physiological polyspermy. Physiological polyspermy means, polyspermy is the when more than one sperm, they penetrate the vitelline membrane, right? But nucleus of only one sperm जो है, it fuses with the pronucleus of the ovum, and the remaining sperms, they migrate to the periphery of the blastodisc and they degenerate, right? So this entry of the sperm, it stimulates the ovum, which is at primary oocyte stage, to undergo further maturation divisions. So when the ovum was laid, it was in the primary oocyte stage. So fertilization क्या है? It stimulates the primary oocyte to undergo further maturation divisions. So fertilization, it results in, it results in the release of the polar bodies. Then the diploid number of chromosomes is retained, and it stimulates or it initiates the cleavage. So for cleavage and blastulation, you can watch the next video. Thank you.